Last thought from you?
Oh, I'm with Gin Martini as well. Bruce, John Sargent knows how to train these staying mares, and we know she gets the trip and she likes the ground, but also Stockman. Fifth up today, fit for the task at hand.
Let's go the early crow again this time, young lady.
I promise I won't.
Here we go, the champions.
Here we go. Racing now. Gin Martini left the gates pretty cleanly in the centre. Zagalo away well. Torrens is right there on the rails. Benno showing a bit of speed, and Athabaskan as well. Nobody's really pushing for the lead. Athabaskan won off the fences there, but now Zagalo just given a bit more rein with Gin Martini. Sacramento's rolling forward out deep, and Nerve Not Verve is poking through. Stockman not too far away from them. Stockman's going to settle sixth in advance of Torrens, and now Benno just dropped back a bit in the running line. One off the fences, they turn out of the straight. Surefire down on the rails from Pesto, and LaBelle's caught three wide early. Tappy's Lad goes up the inside of High Emotion, then Raging Bull from Asterix, and Normandy Bridge is the last one. So Zagalo in front, and Sacramento, who drew wide out, is gradually rolling forward and gets up outside Zagalo at the 1800 metre mark. Nerve Not Verve travelling strongly in third. Athabaskan fourth, the rails, 3/4 to Gin Martini. Then came Stockman, who's taken a spot on the outside of Torrens. Further back to Surefire, then the grey Benno. LaBelle's about the only one who hasn't got a spot in. Caught three wide at the moment in advance of Pesto, then Tappy's Lad. Further back to Raging Bull, High Emotion, and the last two Asterix on the inside of Normandy Bridge. So they've pretty much all found their spots. 1400 metres to go, and Zagalo is the front runner narrowly from Sacramento, who parks up on the outside. Athabaskan leaders back third, inside Nerve Not Verve. Three back the inside is Torrens, on the inside of Gin Martini. Then Surefire from Stockman the udder. LaBelle still on a three-wide path at this point on the outside of Benno. Then came further back to Tappy's Lad, Pesto. Then came Asterix back on the rails, and the last two High Emotion and Normandy Bridge. So they start the run towards the High Street side of the course, and Zagalo is just the leader from Sacramento. Then Athabaskan from Nerve Not Verve getting a little bit closer. Stockman goes to fifth, moving up three wide. They're followed by Torrens back on the rails from LaBelle deeper out. Benno slicing through the pack as they start to bunch up a little bit at this point. Gin Martini's in that clump as well. Further back to Surefire, Pesto out deep as they come up to the home corner now, and Sacramento given full bore, races to a narrow lead from Nerve Not Verve, and Stockman strides up three wide. Further back then to Gin Martini. Benno under immense pressure. Deeper out LaBelle as they straighten up now. Sacramento, Nerve Not Verve. Surefire's running on well on the inside. Then Stockman is flat to the board, sticking on. Gin Martini gets a chance now. Surefire on the far side joins Nerve Not Verve. Gin Martini, she's up for the fight on the outside. Surefire being tackled wide out by Gin Martini and Nerve Not Verve. Three of them still in it here. Surefire, Dower, kicking hard. Surefire, and Surefire held them all off. Surefire won it. Gin Martini second, a half head away between them. Nerve Not Verve. High Emotion late into fourth, followed by Pesto, Stockman, then Benno. Further back to LaBelle from Sacramento, Normandy Bridge. Gap back to Torrens, Raging Bull, Tappy's Lad, Zagalo, and Asterix.
So a big turnaround in form, isn't it? So Chris Waller's done the job, but the big story here is Joe Moreira, isn't it, Katie? I mean, he had one in Arrowfield before here at the Star Championships, but how good is it to see Joe striking it early?
Oh, it certainly is, Bruce. And I love that he still had the audacity to go back to the inside too when all the jockeys are getting to the outside. So, look, at the moment, the track looks so wet. They're really, really getting into it. And look, Surefire, he's been disappointing this preparation, but finally fourth up on his favourite conditions, is able to get the win here. And as we said, great to see Joe get the win here at the championships.
He's had so many injury problems, Joe, hasn't he, with his hips and back and things like that, but he looks in full flight here. I thought Gin Martini was good. She looked to be the winner for most of the straight. She's battled on really well. Nerve Not Verve, the winner from last year, was very good as well. So Chris Waller talked about the fact that they're going to find out a lot about Surefire today, one way or the other. And Lizzie, this was a good, strong win, wasn't it? We've seen horses fight back all day today.
We really have. Only the toughest survive in those concluding stages. And it was interesting, as Katie mentioned, to see Joe sort of plotting a path where no one else really wants to go. He cut the corner, saved the ground, came out to the middle of the track where it looks as though they're wanting to be all day. And it was a really strong performance. Of course, Jim Martini just got in front of Nerve Not Verve, who was brave to the line. High Emotion, another good performance. I thought Stockman was a little bit disappointing. He was certainly a little bit tired, lackluster, but Chris Waller, he's alongside Richo.
You did mention in your preview that this was D-Day for this guy. He needed to turn things around and you got it right. It's good to see you watch it. I watch it every time. I love your facial expressions more than anything.
No, it's a bit of fun. And yeah, good start to the championships, and especially for Joe Moreira. We've obviously still got our main jockeys here, but there was a few gaps that needed to be filled, and Joe sort of slots in where he can. So good result for Joe as well.
Has this guy tested your patience a bit?
He has. He did find the tracks a little bit firm the last couple of runs. So a bit of rain today's been a big help. He's certainly shown us promise. And on to the Sydney Cup in a week's time.
Okay, bring that on, and the rain around for the rest of your chances today. Anyone in particular that you're worried about?
Yeah, Fangirl's my biggest concern. I had just had a quick brush through them. She's the one, fall from none on a heavy track, so she's the biggest concern.
Okay, good luck and well done.
Thanks.
So thanks for that. So Joe Moreira to ride Fangirl off a wide draw in the Doncaster. So Chris Waller and the Magic Man strike it with surefire here. It was 5, 9 and 6 after the chairman's. Coming up to Easter, it means a lot of things. Great race and great footy, and that famous stall gift.
Easter Monday, before the footy on 7. Another Aussie sporting tradition, the legendary Power Core stall gift. Since 1878, a dash for glory to finish a Hall of Fame star. The Power Core stall gift. Easter Monday, live and free on 7 and 7+.
Great to see the Magic Man winning early in the Star Championship, Joe Moreira, and he's with Emma after the victory of Surefire.
Joe, congratulations. Welcome to Australia. Nice to get a win on the board early with a stayer who is incredibly tough in these trying and testing conditions.
Oh, thank you, dear. It's not out of pleasure to be winning races over here, and I wouldn't be doing it without support of trainers, owners. I would like to say a big thanks to Chris, who got me here this time. Talking about this horse, Surefire, he pretty much enjoyed the condition, which is obviously not many horses would be able to do that, you know. He traveled very nice and he smooth through the race. When I got into the straight, I just dived on the inside, got a gap in there. Looks like he got in front a bit too early. Started looking around a little bit in the last furlong, but you know, he was always going to be the strongest one onto the line, and he just got us to get the prize home. So I'm extremely happy.
Looks like you've got to go have a photo with Connections. Congratulations. That looks like it gave you a great thrill with plenty more to come today, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.